Last time, I tried to dig deeper into the technique of brass inline hammering. I challenged myself with a larger layout but failed right after beginning. In the end, I managed to save it somewhat, creating these two plates instead of one complex arrangement. However, I still felt it wasn't enough, so I decided to mix it with another technique, wood burning. Probably I should be satisfied with the hammering result as it is if I overlook the flaws, but I kept thinking, what if? It took a lot of effort to get even this far, so risking it all with wood burning was a tough call. It took me about 15 seconds to decide to go for it, and now you can see the process. While working, I caught myself thinking, is this tradition meeting new technology? Probably not, because wood burning pyrography is as old as fire itself. But pyrography combined with this specific technique, I couldn't find any examples of that. If you know about some, please let me know. Take the motif, for instance. The hexafoil, it's a common geometric shape found everywhere. You can tile an entire surface with it. It appears independently in many cultures because it's easy to create with a compass. You can combine it with straight lines, circles, or even organic curves like vine leaf ornaments, Art Nouveau, or Baroque styles. But when it comes to tradition, I think I've stepped outside its boundaries. Traditionally, it should just be brass, wood, and beeswax finish, or some other oil finish. That's the question that bothers me. Does tradition have boundaries? When do we decide that tradition is frozen and anything new is no longer part of it? It's tradition everything created up to certain date, say 1950, and everything after it's just new? Where do we draw the line? I would like to say that in the case of handmade work, where most of the work is done through human interaction with the material, everything could be considered tradition. In the world of AI, this might be even more important. I've read some comments about the term traditional method. For example, when you do it the old way, using old methods, it's tradition. When you use old motifs, ornaments, or symbols, it's tradition. Don't take my word for it, I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway, how did the old shepherds, Walasi, make those wavy strips? I can imagine skilled blacksmith who was able to hand file some gears. If you are familiar with Chris from the Clickspring channel, you know what I mean. Or they might have done it in other ways, like folding it or bending it with a dull knife. I want to experiment with this. Maybe I will do a video about it, but I don't know if I'm on the right track yet. Or forget everything I said. What if a craft was abandoned for some time and then, decades later, someone found an artifact and tried to restart it? A thick line could be drawn between that and continuous tradition. If that person tries to copy the old artifacts and their aesthetics, we would say they are doing traditional craft. If they use the technique to try something new, we would say it's a traditional craft used to create a modern artifact, right? But what if the tradition never stopped? When it adopts new technology, new tools, and new methods, but is still made by human interaction with the tools and materials, where do we draw the line between a traditional and modern approach? And when does our modern approach become tradition? After AI takes over? Now I've done it, and right now I'm not sure whether it was a good idea or not, but I feel like there is something here that I find interesting. I like the effects of the brass reflecting the light flashing from the dark background. I would say this is a very interesting combination, and I surely want to explore this approach even more. Let me know, what do you think about it? Do you like this combination of techniques?